Welcome to Letters and Numbers. I'm Richard Morecroft, and thank you for joining us on this very special night because it is the first night of our Series 1 finals. A little more detail on that later, but let's say hello to the mathematician that we simply keep counting on, Lily Serna.
Hi, Richard.
Hello, Lily. Now, it is an exciting night, isn't it?
Absolutely. We've got the cream of the crop here with us, so it should be an exciting game.
It will be, I'm sure. Welcome, Lily. And the man who is never fazed by any phrase, David Astle. Hello, David. Now, I remember you saying, many months ago now, as you sat close to some people making spectacular scores, that it was like sitting ringside.
I feel like Norman Mailer covering the great bout of Joe Frazier and Muhammad Ali. All over again, ringside, looking forward to a great match.
Great to see you, David. And time to meet our contestants. Just before we do, though, I'll quickly explain how our finals series is going to work. There'll be 7 episodes made up of 4 quarterfinals, 2 semi-finals, and the prestigious grand final. Now, we have invited back our top seeds, and while 1 or 2 unfortunately couldn't make it, our lineup is spectacular. And here for our very first quarterfinal is auditor Andrew Fisher, who was our second carryover champion and holds the record of the highest episode score of the series so far, 95 points. It is great to see you again, Andrew. Welcome.
Thank you. It's good to be back.
And you were also the contestant who came up with the very first scoring 9-letter word.
Oh, that's true, but don't forget that my counterpart also spotted the word, Rob York.
It was absolutely a fantastic night because you both got 9s on the same word. And what was that word? Can you remember?
That was fumigates.
It was a great word. And I think on the same night, you got another 9.
I managed to find naughtier as well.
Great to see you back, Andrew. And ready to challenge Andrew is keen campanologist, yes, that's bell ringer, Esther Perrins, who found 12 7-letter words in her time as carryover champion. In fact, 4 7s in a single episode. So welcome back to you, Esther.
Hi.
Now, one of the characteristics of your games, as I recall, was that they were absolute nail-biters. They were right down to the wire.
Yeah.
Have you got over that adrenaline
No,
yet?
no. It was very exciting.
I'm sure it'll be a very tight competition again tonight. So good luck. Wonderful to have you back in the studio.
Okay.
Well, we wish both of our contestants good luck tonight and our very first Letters and Numbers quarterfinal. Andrew Fisher and Esther Perrins. And starting off the final series, of course, is the letters game. And Andrew, as our highest scorer ever, so far anyway, could you select, please?
Thanks very much. Could I start with a vowel, please, Lily?
Thanks, Andrew. Let's start with an E.
And another one?
Another E.
And a third, please?
O.
I'll have a consonant.
M.
And another one, please?
P.
And a third?
S.
Another consonant, please?
N.
A consonant.
M.
And finally a vowel, please.
And last letter E.
Thank you, Lily. First 30 seconds for the night. Well, Andrew, your very first selection in this finals series, how did you go?
Just a 6.
Just a 6. What about you, Esther?
Yeah, I could only do 5, sorry.
5. Okay, well, let's begin with your 5.
Memos.
Memos for you, Andrew.
It's a bit of a strange one. It's sememe, S-E-M-E-M-E.
Interesting word. Where does that come from?
Oh, I think it's some sort of lexical unit in linguistics.
Well, Andrew's not disappointing in terms of coming up with interesting words, David.
So that's S-E-M-E-M-E.
Correct.
No, no such listing, I'm afraid, Andrew. So that takes us back to memos for Esther for 5, and I looked at the tea leaves and I could only find omens, only 5s here.
So, a really tough mix to
Very
start
tough
with.
mix to start.
5 points to Esther. Well, after that challenging mix in our first game, let's see what the second letters game will bring us. And Esther, would you like to choose some for us, please?
Can I have a consonant, please?
You can, thank you. Starting with a C.
And a vowel, please.
I.
And a consonant.
P.
And a vowel, please.
U.
Ugh. And a consonant.
D.
And a vowel.
I.
And a consonant.
F.
And a consonant.
K.
And a vowel, please.
And last letter A.
And here's the clock. Well, Esther, from around about the U onwards, you didn't seem very happy with that mix. How did you
They're
go?
awful. I only got 4.
4, Andrew?
Well, I may regret it, but I'm going to try 6.
I think we should have a bit of a gamble at this stage. What was your 4, Esther?
Duck.
And Andrew?
It's adipic, A-D-I-P-I-C.
Another interesting word. Where's that from?
Oh, that I think it relates to animal fat or fat in some way.
What do you think, David?
Unfortunately, Andrew, the closest I've got here is either adieu or adios, and I certainly don't wish that upon you. Adipic is not listed. Of course, duck is listed, and I found a 5 with Cupid. But again, after so much preamble, we really have had the most brutal of mixes.
So, very tough once again. 4 points for Esther. Well, after those uncooperative letters, I think we should go to the numbers game for a while. Andrew, you weren't afraid to go out on a limb with some very interesting words that you had a go with, had a gamble with. What would you like to do in terms of your number selection?
Well, Rich, I'll try and mount a comeback with 2 large and 4 small, please.
2 large and 4 small. Thanks, Andrew. Hopefully the numbers will be a bit more merciful than the letters today. 5, 8, 3, 4, and the 2 large, 25 and 50. And the target to reach, 644.
Thank you, Lily. 30 seconds to get there. Well, Andrew, our first numbers round on the show tonight. How did you go?
I'll have 643.
Just 1 off the target. Esther, what about
Yeah,
you?
643.
643 as well. Andrew, take us through your method first, though, if you would.
I had a 5 plus 8 is 13.
5 plus 8 is 13.
Multiply that by 50.
By the 50 is 650.
Then take away the 4 and the 3.
Minus the 4 and the 3. Minus 4 minus the 3 is 643.
Very nicely done. Just 1 off the target, Andrew. Esther, did you use the same method as
Yeah,
that?
I did, yeah.
Exactly the same? Could you verify with each other that you did use the same approach? So, Lily, did you use a different approach, and did you get to the target?
I got to the target, and I'll talk
Take
you
us
through
there.
it.
Show us your approach, please.
Okay, now 50 plus 25 is 75. Plus 5 is 80. Times 8 is 640, and add the 4 is 644.
Very elegant solution and right to the target. Well done, Lily. Well done also to Andrew and Esther, because they scored 7 points each on that round. That means Andrew's now on 7, Esther on 16. We're heading for our first break in this very special program, and that means your first word mix. This time it's came ruin. And your clue, a handy treatment. Back after the break.